Thank you, ladies and gents. The 32nd frame, Mark Selby to break.
Got to put the significance of this match into the minds. And how do you do that? Junhui, as David mentioned, can't afford to play a bad shot. Certainly can't afford to miss in the balls. That's too thin. Cue ball's coming back down, and Selby's going to get a chance. Has it come far enough? Looks like it has. He's looking at the black. Yeah, great pot. He missed one like that in one of the earlier frames.
Well, I can tell you that Leicester City have just been confirmed as Premier League champions because Spurs only drew with Chelsea. Leicester City fan Mark Selby is in the frame he needs to become world champion.
Now, how's your luck? He's on reds. Pink goes, black goes. Well, I'm not sure about the black. But the pink definitely goes.
Well, it's going to be possibly a memorable night for Leicester, isn't it? Incredible. He won't know any of this, of course. He's concentrating on what he's got to do.
It wriggled in. But he's the right side of the blue.
It's got to be said, and reading some tweets earlier, Mark Selby, he's not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone likes the way he plays.
Can everybody make sure their phones are off now, please? Don't be the idiot that spoils this.
As Paul Collier issues another warning. I have to say that I have total admiration for Mark Selby. When he was a boy, his family couldn't afford for him to go to the snooker club. He had to rely on Malcolm Thorne, who gave him free practice, and he grasped that opportunity, and he's always been grateful to the sport. He's always been grateful that he's had this outlet, because life could have been very different for him. And if you want to look at someone who's worked hard, then take a look at the man at the table here.
12.
Yeah, and he's still working hard. Nobody's worked harder than these two. Didn't quite come far enough. He played for the red next to the pink there, and had he been straight on it, it would have led him straight back to the pink. But found the gap between the reds. Would have loved to have been on this pink a little straighter.
"12 hours, 46 minutes, as you see this match. How much longer?"
Yeah, that was a good shot. Came through the reds. Found the gap between the reds.
There's Vicky and Gareth Potts there as well. Mark's good friend, who's a pool player. I suppose with a name like Potts, you'd have to be.
Yes. Would have liked a little bit more angle on this red. It should be able to move up towards the blue, whether he gets the right side or not.
20.
Yeah, played it well again. Now, he could play the cannon to those 3 reds just to the left of the pink. Yeah, there's 3 reds just to the left of the pink there. He could play the cannon to those. He doesn't need to, but it's an option. He's played it. Now is he on anything? He's on a red to the right middle.
25.
Don't think the red next to the black goes. Yep, there it is, and he could play the cannon to that red next to the black if he can't hold for the pink. If you can hold for the pink, play for the pink. But if not, then play the cannon to the red next to the black. Well, he may not be able to play the cannon to the red next to the black, looking at it from there. He's all right. Again, all these shots, when you're not close to the object ball and there's quite an angle there, they're all pressure shots, these. It's there.
He's edging ever closer. 32-0 now in this frame.
32.
Frame he needs to win the title. It could be that in a sort of 15-minute period, Leicester has suddenly become the capital of the sporting world. Ding Junhui hoping for another chance, preparing himself in that chair if he does return to the table.
He's the wrong side of the blue. I think he's got to take the pink. Just play a little cannon to the red below it. And that's worked out very nicely. The last easy red coming up.
39.
Steve Davis, Stephen Hendry, Mark Williams, Ronnie O'Sullivan and John Higgins. They're the only 5 players to have won more than 1 world title in this iconic theatre. So that's the company he would be joining. There were, of course, other multi-champions in the pre-Crucible era. Got to forget about all that now, though. Just concentrate on every shot.
$40.
Well, now the hard work begins. The red closest to the left cushion. There's a look at Ding Junhui, preparing himself if he does come back to the table. Oh, what a cannon he played there. And that was a tough pink. But to get the cannon dead right, he's given himself
46.
a great chance here.
Just opened up these 2 reds. What a great shot that was of the Crucible as well. On the night it's been announced there's another 10 years of snooker here.
47.
It's true that you could sell more tickets elsewhere, but why would you want to take this tournament to some big leisure centre somewhere? It would not have anything like the same atmosphere as this place. It's very heartbeats with snooker, the Crucible.
53 points the difference. He needs to leave an angle on the pink here
53.
to be able to disturb something.
$54.
Doesn't want to be straight. And there's Vicky. Trying to wish her husband the next 2 balls somewhere here. Any colour would do after this pink and next red. He's a great rest player, and if ever he needed a good shot with the rest,
60.
this would be it. Red and a pink would leave Ding Junhui only be able to tie.
Mark Selby's potted 21 out of 24 with the rest. And he's potted that one, and he's on the pink.
61.
And he's got a good angle on the pink to stun across for that red, and that's the red that he'd need to be world champion.
So 17 days of snooker have come down to the next 2 shots.
Oh, well, that's a horrible shot to play this.
67.
It just needed it to bounce another inch and it would have been okay.
Well, it's got to be said, hasn't it? Mark Selby doesn't do things the easy way. You know, he's taken the hard road to victory, if indeed he is to get there.
Well, do you know something? He could roll this over the pocket because the black's not available.
Well, if it goes in, it's snooker's required.
And it's in.
Pointing up at his corner as if to say, I told you I could do it again. And he wasn't fancied this year. He hadn't played the previous 2 tournaments. We wondered what sort of shape he'd be in. But he is the last man standing. Ding Junhui has given this everything. He had to
74.
qualify. He's had 14 centuries here at the Crucible. But he came up against
Mark Selby.
Mark Selby.
74.
Playing terrifically well. Mark Selby, snooker's Iron Man, is world champion for the 2nd time. What a phenomenal achievement. All those tough frames. He battled and battled and battled some more. And 2 years on from his maiden victory here at the Crucible, he's going to take away the trophy and the record first prize of £330,000. That is your world champion in 2016. What a phenomenal achievement. All those tough frames. He battled and battled and battled some more. And 2 years on from his maiden victory here at the Crucible, he's going to take away the trophy and the record first prize of £330,000. That is your world champion in 2016.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for 2 fantastic finalists today. And let me offer my commiserations and indeed congratulations to Ding Junhui. Junhui, he knows how to win this, man, but from 6-0 behind, how proud are you of the way you were fighting throughout the last couple of days?
Yes, I had a very bad start, 6-0, and I think I couldn't win the frames because I had a bit nervous and started never been to final before, and Mark played well. He win the 2nd frame, it's a big frame, so just sitting down there and just thinking about it, I need to win some, so just go for it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this young man has given us 15 centuries. He's won 7 matches to get here. He's provided some very, very special performances, and you've won an awful lot of fans and a lot of respect. Thank you very much, Ding Junhui. Thank you. Mr. Selby. Well, you have joined a very select group. You are the 13th multiple world champion. I wonder how good and how special that sounds for you.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic. It was very special to win it 2 years ago for the very first time. I felt a lot more under pressure this year coming here than what I did 2 years ago because I didn't really know what to expect. So just really happy to win, really. But it was a tough final. I mean, Ding's a fantastic player, and the amount of pressure he's under from China alone to even get to the final and play the way he did under that kind of pressure, I can only imagine.
6-0 behind, but yet he got twice within one frame of you. And I just wonder how key the 2 frames that you won late last night towards midnight were in establishing that 3-0, that 3-frame lead overnight.
Yeah, I mean, I know I got off to a great start, but first to 18, 6-0 is not a huge lead, especially when you're playing somebody of Ding's class, and he won the last 2 frames of the first session and then showed his class in the next few sessions. And to be fair, the second and third session, I just seemed to be hanging on to him. I mean, he played fantastic this morning, and I come out 5-4, and yesterday I came out 4-all, so just over the moon.
You've admitted a couple of times that you haven't been at your best sometimes throughout this championship. So how have you done it? How have you won once again?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, I'll save my best performance for the final. I played well against Marco in the last session, but other than that, it was bitting and bobbing. I probably had 2 good sessions during the tournament, and then played on my B game most of the time, which, thank God, I've got a decent B game to fall back on.
Well, I've got some good news for you, because this is part 2 of a sporting double for your hometown. So my big question is, are you going to let them share your open-top bus?
Well, I didn't get one last time when I won it 2 years ago, so... But, I mean, now they've done fantastic. I mean, just a small city like ours, I mean, to be Premier League champions from where there was last year is a fantastic achievement. And I'd just like to say a big thank you and a big congratulations to Claudio and all the boys at Leicester.
I'm sure they would congratulate you too. Still, you're world #1 and you're world champion once again. I think there's a young lady who's about to give you a very large kiss. Daughter Sophia and wife Vicky, bring them in. Congratulations, Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your presentation party, Fred Doan, boss of Betfred, and the 6-time world champion, Steve Davis. The runner-up receiving a cheque for £137,500 and the silver medal. What a run and what a fortnight. Ding Junhui!
Well, he gave it everything. He fell just 4 frames short, but he won 97 in the tournament, all told. It may not be too long until he's the man going away with the trophy. Great tournament for Ding Junhui. Done his country proud.
And the winner, receiving a cheque for £330,000, the trophy and the title, 2016 Betfred World Snooker Champion, Mark Selby!
But there can only be one champion, and in 2016, it's Mark Selby. There's a legend for you, Steve Davis, who retired during the tournament, handing him the iconic trophy that he's now won for a second time.